we're going to be watching some King of Fighters trailers because I haven't seen the most recent ones. I've been keeping up a little bit with some of these trailers because I am interested in the game. I think the visual style looks so much better than 14. I still kind of want to try 14 because I want to play more King of Fighters games, but at the same time, I don't want to spend so much money on it, especially if King of Fighters 15 is going to come out sometime in the near future and it looks way better. But we have 4 trailers here. We've got Kyo, Iori, Higashi, and Chizuru. Let's check out Kyo. Kyo is one of the characters that I used to use all the time in Capcom vs. SNK 2. I'm not good at that game, and I'm definitely not good with Kyo, but I remember enjoying Kyo, and I like his character design, so let's see what direction they took Kyo in this trailer.
Kyo Kusanagi.
Yo, I like the jacket. Like the music. SNK has some pretty good music. There's some intensity to that fire. I kind of felt that intensity, reminiscent. Ooh. All right, I like some of these impacts. Hold. I want to go back and watch this again, but the way that he impacted with his foot made the enemy like turn in a very weird way. Just right in the crotch. I love all of these haymakers that he's doing. Every one of these punches is just like an extreme haymaker. All of the expectations have been shattered. Don't you worry. Now that we're finally getting trailers. Hold on. Let's watch that again. I like how they both have very similar matching like symbols on their jackets. All right, there's one spot where he kicks a person. Yeah, right there. Like how the character. Can we go frame by frame? So he does a kick. Comes over the top. Okay, that's what hits him into the ground. It was going a little fast, so I did. Hold on, how did he end up like that though? This is where I kind of got a little bit confused. He comes over the top with a kick, knocks him face down, but I guess he knocks him face down so hard that he actually. Nope, that makes no sense. He's just going to space. What in the world? How did that even happen? Let's watch that fast. I knew that didn't look right. Here comes the kick. It just looks so bizarre. It looks off. Look, I think he looks really good, honestly. I've always liked Kyo as a character. I always liked how he looked and the vibe that comes off of him. And these haymakers there's just something about them. Like I could feel it. I could feel the pain that Iori is feeling. All of the expectations. Shatter them. All of them have been shattered. There's no more expectations. Thank you, SNK. They've made trailers better. They've made all the future trailers better because we're not going to have expectations. And so we're just going to take the trailers as is. So thank you for shattering all of the expectations for us. You've done the internet a great service. I definitely want to play as Kyo. Maybe not as a main, because I like the ones that I've been playing in King of Fighters 2002 recently have been Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard, and Ralph. Ralph was the last one that I kind of got into. I also like Yuri. Yuri's cool. And King. Those are the characters that I get into the most with King of Fighters currently. But Kyo I liked a lot in Capcom vs. SNK 2. So, hey, I don't know. Maybe they could make a Capcom vs. SNK 3 where they can have, since they have visual, they have Street Fighter and King of Fighters in 3D now. Maybe they could do a collab game. Probably won't, but I would like that. The director tweeted they're working on an internal rollback solution for 15 this morning. I did hear about that. I did hear about that, and that's good because everyone wants rollback, right? That's like the thing that's all in the news and in the know for everybody that's talking about fighting games lately. Just try to get something going for rollback with everything. I like Joe Higashi. Like he's a fun character. He's got some exaggerated moves of sorts. I wish I was better with him. Well, let's just take a look. Yeah. Yeah, I always love those knees, those like grabbing knees. He looks good. I do have one minor complaint, and it's such a minor one, it's unreasonable probably. Yo, he's got some good combos. He's keeping it going. And he already was good with his like rapid punches in the past. Wow, okay. Maybe try to make sure that no one is behind your foe, because you're gonna blaze them with fire tornadoes. I love his attitude. All right, so I have one problem, and it's when he gets on the ground to cheer for like his fanfare. Right there. So in older King of Fighters games, the sprite work is so good because when he gets down and does that, his mouth is just like so open, like he's screaming it at the top of his lungs, like ah, yasha. But in this, he's just like, just super casual, like yeah, okay, I did it. So I don't know, that's a minor gripe. It's not a big one. I like the expressive sprites from the older King of Fighters, and that's probably why a lot of people were very hard on the sprites, not the sprites, the character models from 14. And they might have been hard on this game too if it came out, but I think 14 set the bar so low with the faces and the visuals, at least at first, until they went back and changed some of the ways that they shaded and rendered the visuals. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. This doesn't look too bad. Honestly, it doesn't matter how good this game looks. It doesn't have rollback. If it doesn't have rollback, it's going to be dead within the first month after launch. That may not be 100% true. I know some people that still play other fighters that don't have rollback because the game is just good. I mean, that's definitely true for you. I believe that for you. Trust me. King of Fighters 13 is just so beautiful. It's the thing about 13 is, yes, it's the pixel artwork is like almost at the pinnacle, at the top of what it's ever been for SNK. Like there's so much detail in those sprites, but I feel like you still also lose out a little bit on some of the character and the charm because all the sprites are so serious in 13. They're all so serious. Get serious! But it still looks so good. The aesthetics in each of the games, there are pros and cons. I think that the original King of Fighters games from like back in the day, like 98, 2002, those were a little bit more cartoony and had a little bit more room for being playful. And while if you look in the backgrounds of King of Fighters 13, you will see some playful things, the characters don't really share that. They just look super serious and dark and gritty in some ways. That's just the style that they decided to go to. It reminds me of the style they went with for SNK versus Capcom. It's just something about those styles like share a similar type of feeling behind the character visuals. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel like they're reminiscent in some way or similar. Look at the background too. But see, this game does have some silly backgrounds. The shark surf shop. It's like the shark just crashed into the building and just got stuck. I like that finisher. Can we watch that again? I don't know. I'm thinking that this is looking pretty good so far. Let's check out Chizuru. Okay, so they're on the same team.
Chizuru Kagura.
Okay, she's got some elegant movement in her form. I like the slide kick that she did. I would probably make use of that. I'd probably abuse that so much that the opponent would read it. She looks really cool. So how is she creating like a clone of herself? I feel like there should be an effect on one of the models to make it look like almost like one of the models is faded or phased in a way. But maybe that's not how she ever was. I'm noticing that the clothing moves so much better in this game. Like the way that the clothing hangs and moves around, like the physics of it. Kim. It's not like if you look at Kim, you know, with like his animation with his stance in like old school games. It's not like how that his freaking gi is animated so perfectly. It's a masterpiece. It's nothing like that, but at least it's animated in this. It was not animated in 14. Any clothing movement in that game looked horrible. She does look really cool though. I like what I'm seeing from her. That's a cool super. Oh, but we don't even get to see the end of it. I want to see, do they have a trailer for King? I would love to see a trailer for King. King is awesome. And she has to have the same voice actor, though. It has to be the exact same voice actor because that voice is just so fun to try to mimic and replicate. Venom Strike! I like how Iori looks as a character. I never understood why his pants were tied together. They had the strand from each leg to like tie the pants together. Like, why would you do that? I gotta look at his character design a little bit closer. They may not have stuck with that. I don't know.
Iori Yagami.
All right, they don't have it anymore. All right, that makes me happy. I'm sure that pisses off some people. I love the slamming into the ground, holding them there, and then unleashing energy. They still have the obnoxious laughter from him for his victory. That's kind of creepy. Dude, look at that. Look at the intensity of that. That's almost like scary. Like, I'm going to watch you as you sleep. Now rest. Close your eyes. Look at that freeze frame. Hang on. Let's go back. Look at that. There's like, look at all the energy, first of all. And the face is distorted with it. The motion of it, like the blurring and the energy just like warping his face. He looks maniacal. I love that. He's just happy. He's having a good time. I like the music in all of these trailers so far. It's really getting me into it. Probably more than the gameplay is like the music and the visuals getting me excited. But I'm glad that the gameplay does have some oomph to it. With some decent effects too. That is amazing. I freaking love that. Iori, I don't think is one of the characters I enjoy playing as, but I just love that setup leading into unleashing all of that energy for the move. I freaking enjoyed that a lot. Lord Sakurai said that was a brilliant character design. How dare you? Iori looks really good. You shut your mouth. I'm not saying that he looked bad. I just don't understand it. Like, maybe I did say it looked bad. I don't remember. But the little cloth thing tying both legs together from his pants, I just didn't understand the design of that. or how it would be useful, that has got to have so many applications where it gets in his way, gets caught on something, right? Maybe it rips often? I don't know. Hang on, let me go and look at Iori. His old design. He's so like smooth up top. And then you have like this belt of sorts that's just tied around his knees and connected. That has to get in the way. How does that not get in the way? I'm so glad it's gone, but I do hope that there's a costume that has that. Because if they don't, they're going to have a costume that has that. They have to. Half of the draw of these 3D fighting games is the alternate costumes. Street Fighter V, like I saw Maximilian Dude do this crazy compilation of looking at all of the costumes that were added to the game. There's an insane amount. So they would be foolish not to do that for King of Fighters 15. I like the new outfit. I like the jacket. And I love the laughter and just how into the special moves he is. It's great. That's freaking great. I wish that I was more ready to kind of like dive into a new fighting game, you know? I don't want to buy one so early, especially if they're going to have sales. They're going to unveil all the characters and release them like at a discount price at some point. So it's like I don't want to jump on it too early, but at the same time I don't want to miss the fun. That's the thing that sucks about fighting games. That's what's going to suck about Guilty Gear Strive if I don't get it. That's what's going to suck about King of Fighters 15, about half the other fighting games I don't have. However, if you do wait, you might be better off because some of the balancing might be taken care of. It's sometimes it's just hard to miss the boat with the excitement. You know what I mean? I think this looks good. Those are the most recent King of Fighters 15 trailers that I haven't seen too much of until today. So I watched all the other ones. I want to see Terry Bogard. I want to see Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard, King, and Ralph. Those are the four that I'm the most excited for. Oh, and Yuri. Those are the five.